Hi, Nancy Bertels here, and I'm back with episode 7 of 5 Minutes of Sutton History from the pages of the Sutton Siding. From August 1st of 1986, there was an editorial in the paper, and it says, in the last issue of the Siding, I asked if there were any serious contenders for the borough assembly representative from our area out there. Since that time, I've been told there are 2 from our area who will be running in that race, Mary Geist and Bob Johnson. Mary, as you remember, has served as president of the Civic Club. Bob is currently serving on the school board and is a road service supervisor in our area. I'd like to offer these candidates, as well as those who will be running from the Butte area, space in this newspaper in which to present their platform, their reasons why they would be the best person for the job. There will be equal space given to each candidate. With only 4 issues of the Siding before the election, I ask the candidates to please keep in mind that time frame when organizing their campaign strategy. There's currently a petition circulating in the community right now, a petition to move the post office from its present location, 1.5 miles or so out of town, 2 within the business district of Sutton. I'm not saying yay or nay to the petition. There are advantages and disadvantages to such a move. It ultimately depends on where the people of Sutton want their post office to be located. However, I do want to point out that some folks who live here might take objection to the description of the present location as being 1.5 miles out of town. Where are the boundaries of our town? For all those that live on the other side of Granite Creek, are they also out of town? Perhaps the petition would do well to be rewritten. And then on August 15th, on the front page, Sutton youth show off their pets. There were kittens and puppies, tall, elegant dogs, and your basic Heinz 57 varieties, and a couple of horses patiently waiting on the outer edges of the circle, all there to be judged in the pet show held last Thursday, August 7th, sponsored by the library. The weather was pleasant, no rain for a change, and none of the animals got in a fight. Their young owners had them groomed and looking good for the judging, and even those pets that were decked out in costume managed to maintain their dignity through ruffles and bracelets. Jim Donald, manager of the Alpine 76 station, bravely accepted the role of judge, a difficult position since all of the animals were looking their best for the big event. All pets were grouped together for each contest, which worked well until the judging for longest tail, when Steve Donnelly rode his horse Chaos into the ring. Grumbling and dissension and calls of unfair were heard in the crowd, but since everyone went home with a ribbon for either participating or winning an event, the pet owners were happy. The winners of the various categories are as follows. Longest pet, an elegant Irish wolf home named Spatters and owned by Tracy Denniston. Smallest, Sheba, a Siamese kitten owned by Maurice Barassa. Funniest, Kia, a Heinz 57 dog with a big grin owned by Levi Gustafson. Most dressed up, a kitten named Twinkletoes, dressed in a doll dress and a bonnet by her owner Crystal Phillips. Longest tail, Chaos, a red roan sporting a long flaxen tail, ridden into the ring by his owner Steve Donnelly. Shortest tail, a 5-week-old collie lab puppy named Willie, owned by Angela Davis. Best trick, a great job of fetching was done by a golden retriever, as of then unnamed, and owned by Rachel James. Ugliest, the hardest category to judge, but it finally went to a little black dog named Half Pint, owned by Brandon Bartholomew. And most talkative, Shasta, a German shepherd owned by Shara Wallace. Won hands down for her solo singing performance, heard by all. Jane James, there with her daughters, Rachel and Becky, added another category at the end of the show, and that was a naming contest. Their golden retriever, who had done the fetching to win Best Trick, had as yet no name. Many names were offered by the crowd, such as Chester and Rambo, but the overwhelming favorite was Red, a name volunteered by Corey Phillips, a name to match the puppy's glossy coat. The show over, the crowd dispersed, kids and animals alike returning to what they all do best, playing in the sunshine. And that's it for another 5 minutes in history from the pages of the Sutton Siding. We'll see you soon.